Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gaming Weekly Update. This is your host Kieran, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can turn your original N64 controller into a Nintendo Switch Online controller, so stay tuned to find out how to do. Now this tutorial is very simple. You only need three things. You need an original Nintendo 64 controller, a screwdriver, and the mod kit. The mod kit that we're going to be using is the Nintendo 64 mod kit by 8BitDo or 8BitDo. Like, it doesn't matter which way you pronounce it. I mean, I prefer do. So 8BitDo mod kit for the Nintendo 64, so which includes the motherboard and the joystick. So without any further delay, let's unbox this. What do we get inside the box here? So, oh, well, we've already got a screwdriver because I've actually modded one before, but yep. You get a screwdriver. You also get the little charge cable for it, for the actual mod kit itself. You also get the, I think this is the actual motherboard that actually goes into it. So yep, that's the actual motherboard. That's literally the whole PCB that goes inside of this. In this part, this is actually the, what would be the rumble pack or the memory pack, but this is actually the, like the power bank. This is like the whole battery for the whole entire controller. So as you can see, it says 8BitDo on it. Then you got two different modes at the back here. Where it says S, let me see if I can get the camera to focus. There you go. S means it's for the Switch, and D means it's for like you're using a Bluetooth adapter for like your PC or whatever else emulation system you might have. And here is the little joystick that you can come with. This is basically in the style of like a GameCube controller. But yep, these are way better, like in my personal opinion, because like build quality on the original ones were not very good. And I mean, you can buy like the original N64 stick if you like it, or keep the original one like for this mod kit. It's not a whole problem at all. Like for this purpose, I'm going to also include this because like I'm going to open this up to show you why the 64 controller is great in the first place. But without any further delay, let's clear all this up and then we'll get straight to the modding. Right, now that we've cleared up, now we're going to get to the actual modding. So first of all, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws on this part of the controller, and then there's two tiny screws on the inside here. So I would preferably like to use a magnet screwdriver. Like, that's personal. Like, you can do it with a regular screwdriver, like ones that are about that size. I'm not sure what size that is, but about this size will do for the controller. But I would recommend like a magnet screwdriver because it's just easier to get them back into like this little spot here. So two ways to do magnet. You can either get one that's built in with a magnet, or you can get one of these little things here. This is a magnetizer, so if you put the screwdriver through this part, it turns the entire screwdriver as a magnet screwdriver. And then you can demagnetize it by putting it through this one. I'll show you how that works a little later. So, but yep, let's get on with unscrewing this bad boy. Then of course, like after you take these screws out from here, let me focus, there's two little screws in this part here. So you just take these out too. Just to take note, the screws are different sizes. This is the type of screw that goes on the outer part of the shells around here. And these screws here are the ones that go in this little part here. So try not to get those muddled up because that would be a pain in the backside later. There we go, all the screws are out. Just make sure you put them at the side and make sure you don't lose them because that would be bad. Now for the fun stuff, now you can pull this entire thing out and that's the inside of the N64. So Yep, what we're going to do first is that we're going to take the stick out. I mean, it doesn't matter whether we break something or not, but you do still want to be very careful. You don't damage any, or one of the L buttons, well, the right buttons just fell out. We'll just take these out for now. Right, so we're going to take this little part out first, and then this part could be a pain. Like, you can just pull it. There we go. Like that. So that should be the entire top part of the motherboard. That's out. There you go. Like that. And that's the whole thing out. So, but while you take these apart though, you want to keep the little membranes, which is these little rubber pads which are connected to the button. So even the L and R buttons are color coded. I'm going to put these at the side here for now, and we're just going to discard like this whole thing here because we're never going to use that ever again. So goodbye originality. And if you are replacing the joystick as well, like we can take this out. If you want to keep the original one, if it's still in good condition, you just put it back in once we put the new motherboard on. But we're going to replace it, so I'm going to show you how to take this out and also why these break. As you can see, there's 3 screws on this, so I'm going to take this out now. Right, now the stick is out. Now I'm going to open this up, which is just by this one little screw here, and I'm going to show you why these easily break. And then once that part is open, like there's 2 little parts here that you pull open here and then you lift out, which is being a bit stubborn. So there we go, got 1 unclipped. There's 2 unclipped. Yep, as you can see, like there's already parts of the thing coming out already. Like, this is why the N64 controllers break. You see all this here? Because this is all made out of plastic, like while you're playing like games like Mario 64 or Mario Party, when you're doing that thing where you screw around the joystick like that, like it's basically grinding away at all this plastic here. As you can see, it's all grinded up into like powder like texture. So because these are made out of plastic, that's what's grinding away and what causes these joysticks to loosen up. So would have been better if this was made out of steel or something like metal, so that it's not grinding down and rusting out as badly. But because they use, it's a bad design choice. I mean, it was unique at the time, but you can kind of see why people hate these. But yeah, I'm not quite a huge fan. Look at the mess of that, man. That is disgusting, man. And the same thing with this part as well. This is all made out of plastic, because that's also grinds against it. And then this thingy's up. Oh, one part just fell out. But yeah, that's also made of plastic, which also grinds in. There's the little spring loaded mechanism that holds it in place, and that helps it give it a thing. And yep, look at all that lovely mess, like right here. Because that all grinds against each other, and that what turns it into powder. It's like you're grinding away at the plastic, which is what wears it out and causes it to loosen up. So yep, that's basically why I'm doing the mod to change this, because this is not good for the long run. So because we're not going to use this anymore, we're just going to get rid of this and we'll put the new one in. And while this is disassembled, you can actually use this opportunity to clean the entire shell up, which I'll probably do now, but I'm going to do that off screen. So yeah, and it's fairly simple. If you've got like an old toothbrush, you just soak this in like warm soapy water and you up with the toothbrush. So yeah, it's fairly simple to clean up, so it gives you a good opportunity to do that. Here comes the fun part. I just took it out the little plastic bag, and it's got a bit of tape on it, so you've just got to remove this tape here. Just be careful so you don't tug it too hard. You don't want to rip off any wiring and break the thing, so because that's not good stuff. Yep, because that's the L button, this is the R button, there's your Z button, and that's where you're going to be putting the new joystick in. So just remove all that for now, and just keep hold of it. And this came in it as well, this little thing here, this is for the top of the controller. I'll show you what that's for in a bit. So we're going to do the same thing, remove the tape on this part, and that's the entire motherboard. So what we do, we should put it in the shell like so, so that it's a perfect fit right inside this control pad. So it's actually matched with like the shape of this. So like you can see, it's got 2 little studs in it like that, so you can tell which one's what. So the grey one goes on the left trigger, and then the orange one goes on that one. So I'll just get that fitted in. So played in right. Because it's an old controller, these membranes are a bit wonky at first, but still good. Once you get the membrane in place, you've just got to basically slide it into the L part here. Make sure you smoothly that place, because it can be a bit of a trick sometimes. So this may or may not be simple. Yeah, hold on. One goes in like that, and another goes in. Okay, don't do the mistake that I did. I put it in backwards. Brad's gonna have a laugh at this, but yeah, you're supposed to put it in this way, so this flat part here goes through there. So yep, that was my bad on the last one. So then you just take it and put it through like that. There you go. It's much more easier. Right in. Make sure you hold it down like this. Just slowly push it in like that, so it should sit in place. Right, next part we're gonna do, we're gonna install the joystick. So what we'll do is sit it in like that. So like this, and then we're going to get the screws and put it in the same way when we take it out. So 1, 2, 3 here. Right now, you see how this has got a color on it? You can see there's a green wire in this right there. You're making it so that the green wire is on this side. You just slide it into this part here. So as you can see, the green wire on the joystick, it goes this side, the far right of the motherboard, as you can see. And with that, we're going to install the Z button at the back. So this is the part that could be quite annoying for some people, so I need to remove that wire out of the way so it's not in the road. That's what I'm trying to do. So same thing really, you just got to put the pad here, and then you just got to try and slide it into place. If it helps, you could also use the screwdriver to kind of push it in like that. There you go, and the Z button is now in place. And I've accidentally knocked the right button out. Well, bugger. Now this little clear piece here, this actually goes at the very top here, because that's what replaces the wire that was actually there before. So I'm just going to install that into here now. I just realized I did a bit of an oopsie. You're supposed to put that in first. Well, dang it. You're supposed to put that in before the motherboard. Well, I'm going to have to do that quickly. There you go. It's now snug in there. It snugs in basically like this. So let me just put the L and R buttons back in, because I've done that so many times and it keeps popping out. And with that, we can put the buttons back into place. So we can put the right stick back into it like that, and the left stick back into it like that. And then we just put, you can see it aligns with the holes here. This little notch part here, it aligns with the little holes here. You just put it in and then you put it down. So once everything's back in place, we're going to carefully put the two halves together and screw it back on. So we're going to carefully like line that hole here. And with some trial and error, we got the dang thing together. So before you screw everything back up, well, I mean, not screw it up, like mess up. I mean, like before you screw everything back in, just make sure you push the buttons to make sure everything feels right. So to me, that feels fine. So we should put the screws back in now. I've had a bit of a mishap though. Like while I was screwing it back in, I one of the screws here I've accidentally dropped on the floor. Like, never drop your screws. I mean, no duh, but yeah. I'll find that and fix it off screen. But yeah, the reason I say to use a magnet screwdriver is because it's easy to hold it like this while you're pointing downwards. Find that screw, because it is, as you can see, it's in a very awkward spot. As you can see, the hole there in the right and the inside, very awkward spot. But all you do is aim it down in here, find that little sweet spot, and you screw it in. And that is why it's recommended to use magnet screwdrivers, because it's so much easier to keep a hold of it and slowly aim down and screw it in. As you can probably see right there, it's in that little slot now, so that's why it's good to use magnet screwdrivers. And now I'll just quickly do the same thing with the other side. And that is basically it. So the only thing left to do is put the rumble pack in like that, and it should be good to go. And I'm going to put my switch on just to let you see how to plug this in. Right, so to pair this, you do that in the usual. You press L and R like that, and there you go. It pops up like a Nintendo 64 online controller. So now you can use it as normal. So we're going to test a basic game for now. Like, this is Mario 64. We'll just do that. As you can see, the sensitivity of the controller works just fine. Tiptoe, and there's the basic walk, and run at full speed. So you can even do like the tricks like that. I don't know why it's doing that. But there you go. There's the back jump. There's the long jump as well. So works perfectly fine. So let's try a different game like GoldenEye. And to do that, like, you press this button here, which is basically the ZR for the Pro controller or the Joy-Cons. So push that. You can do this like normal. So to game selection. And we'll go with GoldenEye. This is just to show to people, like, people that say, oh, it's too sensitive. No, it's totally fine. Like, so look, it works like normal. Just go slow with it. Slow and steady wins the race. So the full range that side, full range that side, up, down. So we're just going to aim towards this guy, for example, and boom. There you go, it works perfectly fine. So, and again, we'll aim at this guy. That's because I let go too late. That was my mistake. So there we go. It works perfectly fine. So not sensitive. It just takes a little getting used to. So go move slowly and aim it. So yeah, it's totally fine. Works like a charm. So if you're looking to upgrade, use that joystick. It's so much nicer, and it's going to last you a lot longer in the long run. And that's the end of the demonstration. And there you go, folks. That is how you change your old N64 controller into a Nintendo Switch Online controller. So I guess with that, that's going to conclude this video. So thank you so much for watching. And as per usual, if you liked what you've seen, please like, comment, and subscribe. Remember to hit the bell if you want to see any more videos or any more live streams that me or Brad produce on this channel. I've been Kieran of Gaming Weekly Update, and we will see you in the next video or live stream. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
So hit that bell and don't be late. For gamers by gamers, we got your back. Level up your life, there's no turning back.